Okay, Saturday evening, or late afternoon at least, and I'm gonna cook. Oh yeah, it's been a while. In fact, I think the last cookery video I did, I still haven't even released. Oh no, I did one after that. I did a soup, but I've still got a video where it was a beef teriyaki stir fry. Still hasn't been released. I'll get there eventually, folks. Honest. Let's have a look at today's fascinating items. So today, for your delight and delectation, we have conejo. It's bunny rabbit. I've still got some spicy peppers. I've got some celery, but some of the leaves are a little bit far gone, so we've got a bit of work to do to strip back the bad bits. Likewise, I've got some carrots that are mainly, obviously the end's going to need nipping off, and maybe this middle section, we'll have to see how deep that goes. Hopefully it's just the surface. We might just have to trim the ends and maybe strip back the surface a little bit, peel them a bit. I've got some chorizo, and it's picante. It's a spicy chorizo. It went nicely on my sandwiches last night. I've got, and these were last minute additions, these are out of the magic box. You remember the finds I had by the bin a couple of weeks ago? Not my bin. This box here that I filled with a bag of food I found next to the bins up by the Repsol garage up there. I've got some white beans, aluba blanca. I got lenteja, lentils, and chickpeas, garbanzos to the Spanish. Shush. No. Tina girl. Hey. I said no. Shush, shush. Quiet, quiet. Leave the people alone, look. It's just walking past. It's okay. Okay, I'm back. Quick edit. Tina started barking at people. So, white beans, lentils, garbanzos. I'm going to break Chef Jean-Pierre's rules. I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's finish with the ingredients. I've got some onions. Down in the bag I've got more onions, and I've even got potatoes if I decide to go in that direction. I'm not sure where I'm going with this yet. I've got tomato frito. I might have to add more because we're low on water. That's a separate video or two. Check those out, where I went for water this morning and there wasn't any. Yeah, it's a bit of a predicament. But tomato frito, onions, and the rest of the ingredients that I've just said. So Chef Jean-Pierre would have you start always with the onions, except when you have bacon, and I think he'd allow chorizo as a bacon equivalent. So you could start with frying the chorizo, then the onions, and then build from there. You could. Actually, I've got some garlic somewhere I haven't brought out yet. I'll go get that in a minute. And my spices. We'll have a look and see. Oh yeah, another ingredient. The wine is not just here for me to drink. It's not only here for me to drink. It's an ingredient. Honest gov. But these are dry. These are dry. These need a good head start. I mean, I've struggled with these in the past with boiling them for 2 or 3 hours. I don't know about this particular batch. I'm hoping it's not stupid, otherwise we'll just have to leave them overnight. But I'm going to boil these in my main pan, and then when it comes to starting the rest, I'm going to do them in a frying pan, in a separate pan, to fry the chorizo, onions, the rabbit, and the peppers. So let's get started, guys. Let's get underway. If I could just interrupt here for a few seconds, folks. Just want to ask you a couple of favours. If you could hit the like button, that would really help. If you could share the video out there on Facebook, Twitter, etc., that would help. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, or at least consider it. Also, please come and join me on Sunday afternoon. I do a live stream, a live broadcast, updating people on the events in the life of a tramp, the successes and failures. I'd like it if you could come and join me for TrampCast. Okay folks, back to the video. Okay folks, the heat is on under an empty pan. Now the pan isn't exactly sterile at the minute. Let me explain. Lack of water. Did I mention lack of water? So I'm going an alternate route. I'm going to let that pan get hot on top of the heat, top of the flame. And then once the pan's nice and hot, and I'm happy it's sterile, dirty but sterile, then we'll add, I'll just throw these in to quickly kind of toast, and then we'll pour water over them directly. And the water's just here, look. And this is the bad water. So this water has to be brought to the boil. Otherwise, me and Tina will be running off to the trees over there with the squits, and we don't want that. Let's see how hot we are. Fairly hot. Possibly not quite as hot as I would be aiming for. Difficult balancing act here, guys. You know, hot but no, don't burn the pan. It's metal. Can you really burn a pan? You burn the food inside a pan. I'm not sure whether you can actually burn a pan. Possibly an old wife's tale. So let's see how we go. Let me put the lid down. I'm going to give it another 60 seconds. While I'm giving that 60 seconds, I'm just going to move the this solar panel here. Look, it's about to enter the shade as the sun moves around past the tent. See whether I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah. It's like I'm a trained professional. Just not at aiming a camera in the right direction, eh? Here we go. How bad's the wind gonna be? We'll try that, see how that goes. Okay, back to the cooking. Oh yeah, I can feel the heat. That's nicely sterilised by anybody's definition. So, garbanzo. That's chickpeas to thee and me. Alubia blanca, white beans. Lenteja. Oh, they're coming out a bit slow. Could be here a while. Okay, that's a good base to be working with. Okay folks, next, agua. Gonna need my hands, I think. So you couldn't be there, guys. That all went off with a really nice fizz. That pan was hot. What do I got for stirring purposes? Adapt and overcome. This. Okay. There we go. I'll maybe come back and add some salt in a minute. But for now, let's crank up the heat and get that, that's on full blast. Crank up the heat and get that to the boil, because that water is not safe. Okay guys, just looking at this celery. It looks like we've just got the one, is it a leaf? No, it's the bottom of a stalk. Just the one piece that's gone bad. I can't do this with you here, but I'm just going to excise that with a knife, and the rest should be good. The rest looks okay. I'll clip that tip, but not too bad. Okay, I've got to admit to being pleasantly surprised with that. Got back here with the offcuts, but considering it must be like 3 weeks since I even looked into that bag where these were, I thought the carrots and the celery would have turned to liquid and just been rotting mush in the bottom and be affecting everything else inside the bag, the potatoes and onions and peppers. But no. So now for the carrots. This one doesn't look too bad, it's just a case of chopping that end off. This one, I'm not too sure. That looks like it might have gone deep. Or maybe it was damaged in some way and that's what's got infected. Let me excise the worst of it and we'll see where we are. Okay folks, it's not as bad as it might have appeared. Mainly surface. There was obviously a chunk taken out of that carrot, but it looks like the chunk was taken out before it went bad. So we'll just add these to the waste. Oh, okay, that went well. We'll just add the offcuts, the peelings to the waste bag. And we'll chop the onions next, I guess. Or at least get the skins off. Leave it with me. Okay folks, these are ready for chopping. I'll get the chorizo and a couple of the peppers out and we'll get those ready. But first, I want to go to the stove and check on the beans and lentils. Okay guys, I think we can hear them bubbling away nicely, which means we can turn the gas down. Bringing it to the boil is one thing, boiling it away to nothingness would be something totally different. So let's I'm hoping that the water boiled long enough to be sterile. There's a lot of guff talked in prepper circles about having to boil the water for X number of minutes first. The truth is, 99% of bacteria and anything else are killed somewhere before 70 degrees. So 100 is more than enough, even for even momentarily. But it looks like it's been bubbling away for a while, so we're safe there. We just really want to get those cooked. Okay guys, it's been a few minutes. Let me show you what I've done so far. First, let me show you my girl. Look at her. Butter wouldn't melt. Somewhere in here, you can see I found my garlic. That I bought Thursday night. I've chopped my chorizo, my garlic, the spicy peppers, carrots and onions. Now I'm going to go and put the carrots and onions in the boiling mixture now, in with the beans and chickpeas. So let's do that, and we'll fry the rest off a little bit later. Okay folks, I decided based on past experience I wouldn't be clever enough to just pour the carrots and the celery in from that chopping board, so I'll put them in my cereal bowl. It's a man-sized cereal bowl. In case there was any doubt, I am a man. Okay. We maybe need to put more liquids into this. I might come and put the I might come and bring the tomatoes across. The tomato Frito. Give me a moment. Uno momento. Okay folks, her ladyship there just ran after some people down the road. Had to go after her. Let me catch you up. Are they coming back? Hey Tina. Tina, be good. Or else. Okay folks, I've added the 2 cartons of tomato frito. Tomate frito. Tomate frito in Espanol. And that's the result. More liquid. If I keep the heat down low, hopefully we don't boil it all away. No. Get my ladle out of the way. What the fuck up? Okay. Alright folks, did I ever mention that I wing this a little bit? I make this stuff, keep it family friendly, I make this stuff up as I go. So let me tell you about my latest dilemma. So I think I've decided to only do half of the rabbit. The question is which half? No, that's not the question. The question is, the other half that I don't use today, given that this meal is going to be eaten today, tomorrow and maybe Monday, can I store the other half of the meat and keep it safe until Monday or Tuesday? A, will it store, will it keep? And B, can I keep it safe? I'm not sure. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm about to brown, I'm about to fry off half of this meat. And then after that, I'm going to put the, I'm going to fry the sausage and onions and the rest of the garlic and the peppers. So yeah, leave it with me. Leave it with me. Okay guys, it's that time. My pans don't really fit together. It's going to be an issue. But we'll have to make do because it's all we've got. So we're going to try. Nope. We're going to try and put some of this rabbit in the pan. But move the oil around a bit. Yeah. We don't want to just I don't want to be just deep frying, well, shallow frying one portion of it. Let me see if I can put this. Let me see if I can put this somewhere. Okay. Sizzle, sizzle. There's my tongs. Here we go. We're not trying to cook it, we're just trying to brown the outside, so yeah, that got a bit, that piece got a little bit stuck. A bit hot in the middle maybe. middle of the pan. I maybe should have used a smaller pan with hindsight. Let me go and get a different frying pan for the next stage. Okay folks, that's enough I think. We'll move this into the stew. Okay. Put the lid back on that quickly. I'm going to pour this oil into this other pan and see if this fits any better. This is all a little bit. Don't do this at home. Okay, look at that. That fits. That fits. Low heat. Okay, where am I going to put this? Oh, let me put it here for now. Okay folks, as always, I think we're going to lose the light soon. I always start these things too late. I was pointing out I almost didn't do this at all today. But let me, that oil is obviously hot. First in is that lovely chorizo, the chorizo sausage. Chorizo pimento? I don't remember. I guess the ending should match in Spanish, probably. Most of the time, usually. But not always. Next will be the onion. Any minute now. Okay, the onions are in. Picking up some of that lovely chorizo goodness. They're going to need a few minutes. So let's put the top down. And see if we can't leave them alone for a minute or three. Okay guys, look at that. Fantastic. Let's make a little bit of room in the middle. I'm just going to try and add the garlic and the spicy pepper. I use the phone as a spatula, obviously. Sorry Anita and Tina. It's very naughty of me. Oh, okay folks, bad camera work. What did you expect? Okay, put the lid down and give it another couple of minutes. Just long enough for the garlic to start to do its thing. Food for her ladyship. I forgot I haven't fed her yet. I'll get some water in a minute from the newly sterilised water. But first, back to the cooking. Here we go. I'm going to add this into the main pot, which is still red hot. Don't know whether I can do this easily or not. Here we go. Here we go. Not perfect. Yeah. It's quite thick and chunky. There is an ingredient I haven't added yet. And I am going to use that over here just to clean this pan a little bit. Even though it's not had meat in, so it doesn't need deglazing really. But give me a second. Okay folks, one extra ingredient. Good for any stew. Bit of red wine. Let me stir that around a little bit. Just to get any oniony goodness off the pan. I'm going to let that reduce a little bit. I'm not going to rush to take it off there. I'll leave it there a little while. It's on as low as it goes, which is still quite high, I know. Now, a couple of more ingredients that I haven't used so far, and that I should have. Okay, a bit of paprika. It's a new bottle, so it's a little bit tricky to get out. There's not much in the way of an air gap in there for... Okay, there we go. Now it's working. And this one might be a little bit controversial. A little bit of curry powder. I'm not actually wanting to make a curry, but you know there's no such thing as curry powder. It's just a mixture of other spices. I just want some of those other spices in here. Just it's not coming out easily. There we go. Just half a teaspoon or so. Okay. Now back to the wine, which has reduced nicely and deglazed any of the caramelized onion from the pan. Hopefully. Right? Look at that. Let's see if we can't get all of the onion out of there in one go. Most. Not all. It'll have to do. You can only do what you can do. You can only do what you can do. Now a good stir. Look at the colours. In fact, the colours look better on the camera than they do here in real life. That's phenomenal. Now I think these beans, lentils and chickpeas still need maybe another hour. So I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to leave it on as low as it goes. As low as it goes. Somewhere there. Which is actually still quite high. But such is life, folks. I can only use what I've got. Alright. Let's come back. Well, not in an hour. It'll be dark. But let's maybe give it half an hour or 20 minutes. Where are we now? Can you see that? I don't think you can. I can't. Let's manoeuvre. 550 it says. There we go, 550. We'll come back somewhere between 10 past and quarter past. And see how we're doing. Alright. Later. The sunset. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay guys, as I've said before, we're losing the light. But I just wanted to show you a decision I've just made. Can you hear that? I hope so. What we got going on here is I want this to just simmer for maybe another hour. But this is the lowest excuse me, this is the lowest setting that the barbecue does. So I've made a decision I'm gonna, because I've just had it open to show you, I'm gonna put it up high for 5 minutes. Well, 2 or 3 minutes. That's maybe not necessary. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off. That's the decision I made. I'm gonna turn it off and leave it to just cook in its own, you know, it'll all just cook in the heat it's already got for the next 20-30 minutes, and I'm gonna go walk the doggy. I couldn't take her for a walk and leave that on, and I didn't want it to, I don't want to boil it away, you know. It's meant to cook, not reduce. It's meant to simmer, so it should be okay. Oh look, I'm too dark. There we go. I'll take her for her walkies, and when I come back I might put the heat back on for another 5 or 10 minutes, turn it off, let it simmer for another half an hour, and then we'll see where we are. I should have started earlier. I wanted to start somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock. I just couldn't motivate myself. I just wasn't feeling it. In the end I had to make myself. Because the meat's not going to last forever, is it? I bought it on Thursday. You know? Okay folks. We're still not finished. Apparently Tina's getting excited. Gonna take her for a walkies. Catch you in half an hour. Later. Okay folks, we're back from the walk. Back from the dog walk. Let's have a see. Still obviously very hot. Oi. Bit of, oh, look how thick it is. It'll help if I point the camera in the right direction, yeah? And it's got that slightly paprika and curry smell, because I put a little bit of spice in, didn't I, at the end there. I think that's going to need a second or two to cool down. But while it cools down so I can taste it, I think I'm going to put the heat back under it. Hey, maybe I should reach better next time. Oh, look at that, it's bubbling straight away. Maybe it doesn't need the heat at all. Yet. Maybe I haven't been gone long enough. Let me just put the top back on my lighter. Let's see what this is like. It tastes nice, but the chickpeas have still got a crunch. Wow. The taste's superb. Those chickpeas, they might need another hour, maybe 2. I'm going to get them back up to temperature now. Where are we? 6:49, 6:50, 18:50. It doesn't look like they need much in the way of getting back up to temperature, does it? I'll leave them on low for 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, then turn them off and let them sit there for another hour. I won't even open them and test them. I won't let the heat out. They're on low, we're going to go inside and we'll come back out in 5 or 10 minutes. And then that's just to turn them off. Give them another hour until, let's think, that'll be 7. If I turn them off at 7 and come back out, what, 7:30 or 8? When should I come back out and check? 8. I'll just leave them steaming in their own. Okay guys, we've had a few rounds of me turning the heat on, leaving the stew alone, and then coming back out after a while and putting the heat back on again. On off, on off, on off. But I think we're ready now. I think the chickpeas were the sticking point. In future, I will boil the chickpeas for an hour before any dried chickpeas. I will boil for an extra hour before any cookery video. Here we go though. Here we are. It is as it is. This is a Saturday night. It's a bit late. Like I said, we've been out a few times, in and out, a few cycles of this. I got a dry baguette, a dead bread baguette inside. So we'll take that for tonight. Anything else we'll have on Sunday. It can sit and carry on cooking if that's its choice. We're going to take this inside. Normally we would go across the table and do this, but I've made Tina stay inside the tent. It's, like I said, it's about 9:30. We're going to go and eat this inside. Okay folks, I'll let you know how it was after. Okay folks, me and Tina were so busy eating that delicious rabbit stew that we forgot to record our thoughts at the time. But it was delicious, spicy, thick. The chickpeas were just about cooked enough. They were better the next day, to be honest, but that was all good, all good. So that's it for this program. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can join us on Sunday for TrampCast. Each week we do a live stream, a live broadcast covering developments during the week, the successes and failures in the life of a tramp living in Torrevieja. Hope to see you there. If you haven't already, hit the like buttons, subscribe, and keep up to date with the channel. Okay folks, Delta Mike out.